I'm just gonna play it because tonight I think we are going to get full, and I mean full, final confirmation on if this book is true or not. And I am talking about the Kim Porter book that we went over. The book everyone says is fake. The book everyone says is not fake. We are going to get full confirmation this evening from the gentleman that actually had the files and gave them to Chris Todd.
When you looked at the flash drives, who were the young artists?
Usher, Justin Bieber, Will Smith's son.
Nancy Grace is talking about it. Candace Owens. Suddenly Todd's doing all these interviews. You've got discs that prove that he is a predator. Why not contact the FBI and just turn over the videos? Kim Porter, according to the official record, she's written a memoir. It's kind of like diary entries, kind of like a memoir. She's written a bunch of them. There are multiple flash drives. Prior to her death, she gave it to some friends.
Mm-hmm.
One of those friends, shortly after, was it like the day after, approached you?
I got it like 3 months.
Now, let me also be fair here. Also say, shout out to Matthew Cox for this, because I got privy to him and another gentleman that does their podcast when they were talking. Pretty much, they were talking about the Kim Porter book together. I can't remember the gentleman's name that he does the podcast with, but he was actually the one that actually had a copy of the book also. And Matthew pretty much got the copy from him. And like I said, they were going over the different pages and the different things that were in it, going over different sources. We're trying to, same thing I did, right? Just trying to verify, what was real and what was not in the book. So shout out to Matthew Cox for even getting this gentleman here, Courtney Burgess, because this is the Jamal T. Millwood. If you don't remember who Jamal T. Millwood is, remember Jamal T. Millwood was written on the cover of the Kim Porter book. And Chris Todd let us know that was code for Machiavelli. And we looked up, sure enough, Jamal T. Millwood was Machiavelli, which was Pac's alias. So, and Chris Todd also said that, whoever is behind the information is letting Diddy know that Tupac has a message for him. This gentleman is going to let us know just how real that book is.
Before the funeral. And then I sat on it for the other 3 months in a year.
Do you want to say who the friend is?
Well, I can't say the funeral.
Her death, she gave it to some friends.
Mm-hmm.
One of those friends, shortly after, was it like the day after, approached you?
I got it like 3 months before the funeral. And then I sat on it for the other 3 months in a year.
Do you want to say who the friend is?
Well, I can't say the friend is. Everybody should know. Well, when the friend did, she called me and said, "What you do with the stuff?" I said, "I did do something." I said, I released the book. I said, "I got them all pressed up. I just didn't put it out."
What was on the flash drives? Did you look at the flash drives?
I looked at some of them, but I couldn't look because if you watch two men having, that means you just stuff. You gay stuff. I don't even watch Playboy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see another man banging a female. I want to see a female banging the man banging the female.
Rev Jr., what's going on?
Banging the female.
Right.
Looking at my own stuff. I'm not going to sit there and watch a man banging any female or two men banging each other. So I did read something. I did look at it. I did do the book. The original book was this right here.
Right.
Tell it all. But thing. I gave it to my private investigator, Todd. You understand? Real good guy.
Well, okay. So wait. So a few months after you pressed up a bunch of books,
mm-hmm.
and you tried to advertise the books to get them out there,
right? To
get her memoir out there,
right?
Because the memoir is super, sensational, right? It talks about it.
Yeah. So pretty much exactly. And 411. What's going on? That's exactly what happened. So pretty much, the friend had gotten a copy of the book from Kim before she passed. She pretty much, I guess, went through Kim's files. She pretty much realized what was going on. And I'm guessing the same thing that you guessing, who that slugger, that this was Kimura. Because I keep seeing, like I said, Kimura is the only one that pretty much is not fully confirming if this book is real or fake or not. She made a little she had a little tidbit that said, I thought we said this already. When someone else had said, that was the crazy thing, right? She commented on someone else's page that said the book was fake and said, I thought we said this already. That's all Kimura said about it. That didn't tell me anything. Okay? So I'm wondering now if this is Kimura or possibly even someone else that was close to Kim. We have to find out.
Multiple famous actors. You're saying you haven't watched all the videotapes. Do you know how many videotapes were on there in the book?
It's like 11 flash drives, and each of them probably like big gigabytes of it. I know put into my computer too much because I didn't want all that in my computer. Then I got to download to another one. Then I take all my business with it. So it was um, I say it's probably like 8 to 7 different videos and more words writing to it. You understand? It was more like a diary that was going to be turned into a book at first, and talked about her nose being broken, that he hated her, that he was messing with young boys. Talked about how he tore Usher ass up.
When you looked at the flash drives, who were the two? I know we spoke before. You said there were two young artists.
Hmm.
One was Usher. Who was the other one?
You know what? Because I didn't even think about that till you said some. What had happened was, I didn't even think about that till you said something. That Cassie was still around. I mean, Kim Porter was still around for Cassie days, wasn't she? If I'm not mistaken, Kim Porter was definitely still around when Cassie came. Am I bugging? So that could be true that Cassie stole a copy. That could be very true that Cassie is the one who stole the copy because Cassie is the one working with the feds. That makes a lot more sense. Like I said, with Cassie like working with the feds, that makes a lot more sense. Especially since how freely these guys are saying, yeah, the feds know. Yeah, the feds know. Yeah, the feds know. They keep saying that part. Mind's eye, what's going on? That Kim got a message the night before with baby oil. He laced the baby oil. If you inhale it, it gives pneumonia symptoms. So, the GHB gives pneumonia symptoms. Let me play this real quick. Let me finish. Not finish, but let me play some more of this. I'm gonna look this up real quick. I want to see what GHB does real quick.
One was Usher, and I believe the other one was definitely somebody's son. It was definitely somebody's
Okay, it wasn't.
All right, we're gonna pause that right there, real quick, because there's a rumor. Now he's gonna say a different son in a second, but there's a rumor, literally, and we talked about. Well, not talked about, but Jonathan Hay said it. Just to bring you up to speed, there's a rumor that Diddy fucked CJ, Biggie's son.
It wasn't before we talked. You said it was Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
I thought,
it was him too as well. It was Justin
and
Bieber
some
and
anybody else that
Will
you could
Smith's son
recognize.
too. Will Smith's son too. I ain't holding no punches. Yeah, it was Will Smith's son too.
And there were some young women, or
It was
just
females. Uh, I'm not good with everybody name in the music business because I only listen to several different artists. But it was J Lo. It was in there. It was the young lady that sued him. I can't remember her name.
right. Cass, is it Cassidy?
Cassidy. I can't really tell how it's made because you got to really draw it in. It seemed like the camera was up in the light on shooting from a
Right.
corner. There was some in the bathroom. Um, it showed that how they set Kevin Hart up. Um, but see,
What do you mean set Kevin Hart up?
oh, somebody came and gave him. That was the newest one. I'm mixing some up. The newest one I had got was like when Kevin Hart was in the hosted his show, and they was in a bathroom, just him, and then a bodyguard came in there. Then he came out, and the girl bought him a drink. He tasted, and it's like he tasted when he tasted it, the second drink of the same glass. That's when he was coming kabobble, like something was there. Then it showed him in the tub getting whacked. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I switched it.
When it,
Wow. Wow. Kevin Hart getting Kevin Hart getting whacked off in the tub. Wow.
He tasted, and it's like he tasted when he tasted it, the second drink of the same glass. That's when he was coming kabobble, like something was there. Then it showed him in the tub getting whacked. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I
Oh no, not even getting whacked. He was getting fucked. Ugh. Ugh, that's nasty. So pretty much he took a taste of the drink. The drink was spiked. The drink, and this is what Dame Dash was talking about too. Simba, what's going on? Dame Dash was talking about this too. But he was like, "Yo, what if the drink? What if the alcohol is making dudes gay?" He's like, "What if it's something in the alcohol that's making these dudes gay?" Now, mind you, right? I already thought my mama said, "What's going on?" I already thought something funny with that damn Ciroc. When my boy told me, he's like, "Yo, my old man Giselle pulling out space." He said it all the time, yo. Gee, what's going on? He's like, "Yo, don't drink that Ciroc shit. There's too much sugar in that shit. It's nothing but it's fucking loaded with sugar." Sure enough, I looked it up. That shit is loaded with sugar, and I'm like, I don't know if that's just a play on words. Is sugar in your tank, whatever. This shit is loaded with sugar. Do say, not so much. It's pretty much the opposite. Okay, Jay Porter, what's going on? It's pretty much the opposite. But I'm wondering now if what he's talking about is very correct. And if so, I noticed the advertisement of De Leon was very much so like that as well. So I wonder, is the De Leon tequila mainly the one that is definitely spiked to this day? That's what I'm getting from this as well. But Kevin Hart getting hit in the bathtub, that may be why he doesn't want to necessarily answer any questions either regarding Diddy.
switched it.
when it showed Usher and Will Smith's son and Justin Bieber, I mean, were they underage at the time?
I tried to go by his tattoos for Justin Bieber age, but at the time it started from when he could have been 16 because he was real. He ain't have all the tattoos on it. He had the little shaggy hairdo in the front. I forgot the bob, whatever the girls call it, hanging in front of his head. And Game handed him a bottle. Like wasn't nobody drink out the bottle. Game walks around Diddy, hand him the bottle, he drink it, and they like blew him down off his feet. So he could have been young back then. You understand? You could say he wasn't 17. I don't know if you understand, he ain't have he ain't too far out of Pampers. So, what I mean by that, he definitely wasn't 17 or 18. I could say he was pushing 16 hard or early because how he was dressed and how he was, yeah, I could say he probably about 16 or 15.
If that's the case, then and Usher was in those same videos, is it around the same time period? Like, was Usher
Usher was in a video when he was definitely young because I remember he came home. They talked about drinking the champagne. He had champagne. He talked about he asked him in the video, was that Ed Lover for Hot 97? So you talking about Ed Lover back in Hot 97 when he was DJing, you take the time for that. Usher had to be like 16. Like he didn't even have a good beehive back then. He was definitely young. He was definitely young because he spoke. I heard him say in the video about was that Ed Lover from Hot 97. They were sitting on the couch. Could have been like in a family room or could have been in bedroom. Most people put like couches in their bedroom as well. The room big enough to match the bedroom. But he definitely was underage.
Is Albie Shore on the video?
I didn't see Albie Shore directly into the video. I don't know who it was, but they said he walked in and he was giving me um head, as they say, in the office. And he said, "Yo, he did that to him for money." So I think me, if you was seeing it, anybody else say, "Oh, he used it to enforce his rule of taking his son away from him away from Kim."
Okay, so for those people that don't understand that, um, Kim Porter had a was it a son with Albie Shore? She was married to him prior to, being married to or being with, Sean Combs. So he then used that
To break
he
that,
then blackmailed him
I don't think it was
into
more blackmail. It's to break him down. Like, this is the man you're supposed to be with. You understand? And I can see it because if I lose, I'm a good loser. So if I lose my wife, and I'm not married today, if I lose my wife to any man, I'm not losing my kids to any man. I don't care how much money they got, how big their name is. I'm still gonna be their father. You're not gonna have me take care, especially that
Do you know
young.
what's really
You understand? I got two sons of my own. So you telling me that if my son um come to me or his mother come to me and say, I want that guy to be his father, they both crazy. That's my breath. You understand? You can have her
mhm,
because it's such thing as divorce. It's such thing as that. It's such thing as adoption. You want a son, go adopt a son. But looking at it from your eyes, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. If you got kids,
mhm,
you're not gonna let a man take your wife and your kids. You understand? You and before us, kings didn't let you take their castle. Never mind take their queen and the kid. You understand? But that's modern day. That's in every textbook today. It's a thing of divorce. You understand? We fight over um kids today. You understand? Somebody says something to my sons, of course I'm fighting over 'em. You understand? So you're not gonna just take my son away from me. I think he was more used as leverage. Some men think just because another man get them head or they hit the other man in the back, they not the same as that man. You understand? You gay if you watch a video of two men having sex. You understand? You gay if you let another man perform any type of active to. Today, I don't know why they don't come out and say it. You know why it's so undercover when you get married. It's like a picture ID today. You can walk around with your lover. So you understand?
I mean,
Simple Town Radio, what's
I'm
going
thinking
on?
one, I'm thinking just in the industry at that time,
Oh no, it
it
wasn't.
was
It wasn't that.
frowned upon.
Of course, it wasn't that out open to do it. You understand? But people have done it. You understand?
Right.
2024, whenever it came, and people ain't just pop up and say I'm gay and I'm happy. You understand? It just was more. It was more legal now that you go get married, same sex. You understand? I'm not the one to judge them and tell them that they can't, but when you in a rap game, I'm not gonna say R&B, but when you're in a rap game, you can't be in a booth tomorrow getting guns and running down on somebody when somebody running down on you. You understand? It's betraying.
Okay, so you get these flash drives, you take a look at them, you cobble together these writings, right? Like the memoir, you put it together, you get it turned into some books,
No, I didn't
and
put it
you
together. It
no?
went from the flash drive straight to print.
Okay.
Nothing was
So you
rearranged, nothing was changed. It was straight went straight to it.
so you had somebody print print the books up and you did you try I mean, at some point, did you go out and you try and, like, how did it get to it I mean, how did it get to Todd? I mean, I know I talked to, Wade Williamson, um, so I know that at some point he contacted you, but prior to that, you told me on the phone prior to that, you had tried to kinda promote it yourself and get it out
I
there.
didn't personally try to promote it. Like I said, I wasn't so anxious to put it out to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I did what I could do. I did the hard work. I put it on paper. I put it on cover, and I gave it to somebody to get money, and they end up dealing with Wade. And then I asked Wade, how did he get it? He said he got it from you. I said you didn't get it from me. How do you get the book? He said no, I got it. He inboxed me. Oh, I got it from. Um, I bought it from someone, and somebody want to talk to you. He said, "Well, he said private investigator. Talk to him. That's." Since y'all had no problem, then I told him, and we did business.
He said that Chris Todd was a private investigator. Chris Todd's he's a he's a reporter. He's
Well,
a pro,
well,
he's
not a private
a
investigator, whatever he is.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
what do they call him? A
a
journalist,
journalist.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, journalism.
so you spoke with Todd. You guys went back and forth. Like, did he ask to see the flash drives?
I sent him one of the flash drives that came with the book, where you see everything was legit. How he did it. Say I printed it up. It was a joint deal together. You understand? So
But did the flash drive you sent him have any of the videos on it?
I have no idea, but I sent him this. I don't know what happened to that book. It had pictures in it. It had him and Snoop holding hands under the table. He rubbed on Snoop leg and hands, and then it had him in the mold um with Leo. Leo
Hold up.
girlfriend talks about
Hold
like,
up.
why
Hold.
you Diddy Jr.
Hold the phone. I need a closer look at these pictures. Hold the hell on. I need a closer look at these. My damn self. Some of this I'm looking at for the first time with y'all. I need a closer look. I need a closer look at these pictures. Hold on. Oh, there he goes, hugged up with Neo. There goes the handshake.
I have no idea, but I sent him this. I don't know what happened to that book. It had pictures in it. It had him and Snoop holding hands under the table.
Yes, damn it, we were right. Them 5 X's with Snoop.
He rubbed on Snoop leg and hands, and then it had him in the mold with Leo. Leo girlfriend talks about like, why you Diddy Jr. They had a lot of pictures.
Right.
With Big.
Who that? It's Biggie. Can't make out that bottom picture, but that's Biggie, and I guess he's gonna talk about it in a second.
Way back then when they was, supposed to have been beefing. That's why I call him a double agent. Him in the wrong mode with Andre Harrell.
Once you end up working a deal out with Todd.
You absolutely fucking right, y'all. We got him.
What was he supposed to do with the book? He was supposed to get it published.
He wanted to get it published and put out.
What was that conversation?
No, he said Wade told me he had somebody who wanted to put it out, that he'd get it blown up, he'd put it out. It wasn't on. He got it on Amazon. He got Kim's face on the front of it. He took the off of it and put Kim's face on it.
Okay.
And did his numbers. It did. I think the book itself sold it. So he played a part of it, a great part of it. He did his interviews.
Well, I think initially, according to Wade, like the first week it was out, it didn't sell. It wasn't selling. Wade ended up contacting you guys.
He's on your show. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he had contacted me. He said, "Look," he said, "would you be interested in having me on to talk about this memoir?" And he kind of explained it to me. And
So pretty much what's going on right now. And Larry Love, what's going on? Nah, them 5 X's with Snoop. We just got confirmation that them 5 X's with Snoop. On top of Clive or L.A. Reid wouldn't call nobody cuz. We got that. We mainly got that clarification, or should I say, we mainly caught that context of detail when he said, "Yo, you a cold nigga, cuz." Just the way he was talking in the book. When he said cuz, everybody pretty much pinpointed that was Snoop. I don't think Clive or L.A. Reid is calling anybody cuz. That's the only thing with that. We'll one of these days we're gonna definitely go back through that book. Shit, we might go through it tonight with the shit that we hearing right now. But I am taken back. I am taken back.
Like, okay. And he said, but I got to.
So also, he's pretty much letting guys know. Remember when Chris Todd said that he was working with private investigators? This guy pretty much just let us know Chris is the private investigator.
Let me contact Todd and Courtney to see if they're okay with me doing this. And then you guys gave him the green light, but he had said that you guys were like, but don't mention our names. Just don't even mention, just mention that the book came out. And so I did like over an hour long video with him. And then I think a couple days later, after we put it out, a couple days later, it's like it got 250,000 views. Like,
True Patriot, what's going on? I appreciate you tuning in. My brother. So that's another thing, right? The book goes out, does what it's supposed to do, but not really what it's supposed to do, right? Then the leak comes out, right? The leak of the pages come out, and everyone starts reading about the excerpt of when Kim Porter supposedly got hit with a chair, right? That excerpt comes out in a magazine. I think Rolling Stone was the first one to put it out, then TMZ. We read that excerpt, right? Yes, we're talking about the Kim Porter book. Shachi, what's going on? So they talk about Kim getting hit with a chair in that leak, right? So the leak comes out, then everybody starts saying, oh, shit, there's a tell-all book. So everybody starts looking for the book now. Okay? Everybody starts looking for the book. Then more and more pages start to get leaked. So now the talks and the whispers of it are starting to get much and much more louder. Okay? So then, of course, the pages start going all over. Everybody realizes after he gets arrested, now everybody's like, oh shit, Kim Porter has a book out. Now it's getting advertised that Kim Porter has a tell-all book out. Book gets advertised. Does what it's supposed to do as far as the numbers goes. Everybody starts throwing a fit when they start seeing the Al B. Shore part, right? When they see the Al B. Shore part in there. Al B. Shore, of course, gets pissed. He starts suing, right? And we're going to get into that in a second with this interview. He got some words for Al.
In the first day. So within a day of that, Todd started doing interviews where Todd said he didn't want his name associated with it, but then he ended up doing an article with somebody and mentioned that he had published the book.
So here's the thing about that too, right? The family has come out and said it ain't real, as well as Al said it ain't real, right? Here's the thing. The family, of course, is going to say it's not real. The kids are going to say it right now. Jay Williams, what's going on? The kids are definitely going to say it's not real. You know why? Because they know it further incriminates their father going to jail. Of course they're going to say that. Now, the only reason Al is even saying something is because it mentions him getting fucked in it. Literally. That's the only reason Al is even going to do what he... Now, and we broke that down too. When we can read between the lines of things... Al pretty much was just mad at his part, number one. Number two, why are you going through all the lengths and hoops and bounds to find some private investigators and all this just to get the book down? You're saying the book is fake, but you're not saying what is fake in the book. That's the part people are missing right there. People are just dismissing the book as fake without saying what is fake in the book.
Mm-hmm. Which was,
And let me also say this. The only person that pointed out certain detailed lies that pretty much even we caught, were not necessarily lies, but little fabrications, was Gene Deal. But there's some craziness about him too.
Strange that, but so then the book, of course, then it really, obviously started selling. And how many, do you know how many copies it had sold or how much?
You know what? I don't even got record of that. I just know it's money out there that I didn't receive. I can't really tell you how many units it self-sold, but I'm sure it sold a lot. I looked on it today before I talked to you. It's up for auction for 5,000 for one book. So it had to sell a lot for somebody to put on eBay for that much.
Todd said it sold over $1 million.
Right,
It did over $1 million in gross sales.
right,
So, and I know that it was within, let's say, 2 weeks, it was an Amazon bestseller. It was the Amazon bestseller.
right.
And then, I mean, listen, everybody was talking about it. What's her name? Nancy Grace is talking about it.
Yes,
Candace Owens is talking
he
about
was
it.
reading it
Yeah, everybody's
page to
reading it.
page.
Todd is doing all these different. Suddenly, Todd's doing all these interviews. I mean, it was really blowing up there for a while, and then I guess Albie Shore got a hold of it,
Mhm.
and he was very upset because of what it said about he and Sean Combs. You know what happened, what the memoir says happened between the act that happened between the two of them.
Right.
So he got upset. And then his lawyer sent out cease and desist letters
The season
to
desist was
Amazon.
I seen that. It was mostly for Kim picture on the front of it, respect for the family. And I can understand it. That's their mother. But you can't be upset about what your mother did, what she did. I know she passed and gone. What about Tupac mother? What about Biggie mother? What about Craig Mack mother? What about Albie Shore mother? What about Heavy D mother? What about Black Rob mother? What about the corner that did Kim
That part.
test on her, his mother? There's a lot of mothers out there hurt. You understand? That followed them and other people mothers who loved them as artists. So you can't symbolize his mother. That's why it didn't supposed to have his cover on it, her face on it. But um the book is true. I didn't change it. I'll be sure biggest problem was he thinks somebody stole the book and put it out. Of course, we men. He's a man. Who want people to know that kids know when something happened like that. You know what I'm saying? But he caused a moral problem for himself. Be quiet. Let people believe what they want to believe. People say it's UFOs. Be quiet because at the same time, what about King? He had a mother and a father. So for you to say something about his father on TV that he was the one who did this to me, he killed Kim, your son is in the house with them. He could go back to you. If Puffy go to jail today, that he is, but for life, who gonna feed the twins and King? He ain't gonna feed them. Kristen could go back home with him. Jessica got a mother. They doing very good. So he's more making it bad for his son in the house with them because they're looking at him like, what is your father talking about that he did this to my father? They got the same mothers, but he still got a father to go to. King don't. The
He's pretty much letting y'all know there's already trouble in paradise between Quincy, Justin, and Christian.
twins don't. So I'll be sure best thing to do, let the believers grieve in.
Now, and I did notice we're gonna get into those Diddy phone calls later, those leak calls, because we pretty much pinpoint he was talking to Christian. Why he be talking to Christian, I have no fucking idea. Christian ain't necessarily the smart one. I'm just being honest when I say that. He ain't that young that I can say that. These kids are damn near 30 years old. Damn near my age. Okay? Christian ain't the smartest bulb in the box. Why are you not talking to Justin? It's beyond me. Reason why you should be talking to Justin and why I thought he was talking to Justin in these calls was because Justin is in all of the cases. Justin, his publishing is literally in majority of these cases, I think. So that tells me right there, I'm like, okay, you're only talking to Christian about these things? But yeah. There's a huge divide in that house already between Quincy, Christian, and Justin for sure. You can already see, even before this, unless Diddy got them all together, just did enough with the song. Yeah, I mean Christian did enough with the song. Christian song was about, oh, they didn't get the tapes in the Miami house next door. Nigga, what? What are you talking about? What? Why are you telling the FBI that there's more tapes in the house next door? First of all, we didn't even know you owned the house next door. Now we going over there too. Listen, Christian ain't the smartest person for him to be talking to. But then again, this is a apple that didn't fall from his goddamn tree, and the tree is still just as dumb as a box of rocks itself. So again, why are you telling Christian anything? But the division between Quincy, Justin, and Christian, you can eminently see, even if you look at their stories. Okay, you can definitely tell Justin does his thing, Christian does his thing, Quincy does his thing, and it's always been like that amongst them three. Whereas you see the twins and the babies and whatnot, you see them together most of the time. The twins, you see them get together with the boys, but you never see the boys just doing all their. You never see the boys just doing their boy thing, just the three brothers. You never see that. Why? Because all three of them got different goddamn mamas.
On the moon that came down to Earth. Let them believe it's flying saucers in this thing. Let them believe clones is taking over people. Because at the end, he need to get back time with his kid, his son that he lost. He need to make a way for them because that lifestyle he won't have after May. He got to fulfill them shoes. You understand?
Very true. Very true. He definitely got to fulfill those shoes because Quincy not only is the oldest, he's the only one with legit income going on. And what I mean by that is he's the only one that has, say, an actor. He's an actor, okay? He's doing music, but he doesn't have to do the music. He can just act. Quincy, acting for Quincy alone. Hell, I just seen a movie with a Christmas movie with this nigga last year. I was like, oh shit, that's Quincy. But that's the thing. He's gonna be the one that has to step up money wise because he's gonna be the only legit check in the house. Literally. Literally. Shy, what's going on? What's going on with you? I think we the son asked. Oh, so that's what I meant to answer too. The one that has the AM411, the one that has the case is Christian. Christian is the one with the case. He has the rape case right now, which I noticed either got thrown under the rug, or it hasn't gotten an actual date yet for of anything, because we know that actual case exists. We know that for sure that the case exists. We read the shit, okay, for Christian. So I don't know if this is one of those things where his dad is necessarily just going to take the heat right now while his just goes away, or they're going to revisit Christians after they finish dealing with Sean. When they finish dealing with him, they'll probably come back for the kid. They funding them lawyers though, selling the tapes. In a sense, they're funding them. Either or. Remember, the lawyer's job is to make sure the case gets won. One of the biggest ways for a case to get won in 2024 is court of public opinion. Tamiko show what is going on. What is going on? Justin hires the worker. Lil Rod said Justin hires the workers and gets the girls from booby trap. Pretty much, because they get that baby oil rubbed on them. It's all she wrote. It's all she wrote. It is all she wrote.
And if they, after Puffy go to court in May, it's not looking too good for him.
No.
It's not.
No, it's not looking good.
No, the guns alone could get him 15, 20 years.
Right.
I'm just going by that. They found guns. I'm not going by what they said he did or whatever.
Malcolm Bird, what's going on? What's going on, my brother? All right, who just I know Tamiko just popped up in here and Shad just popped up in here. I don't know if Malcolm just popped up in here, but just to bring y'all up to speed, what we're looking at is a gentleman by the name of Courtney Burgess. And Courtney Burgess pretty much is working with Chris Todd, or should I say, Chris Todd has been working with him. So remember when Chris Todd mentioned that he had been working with private investigators and he had been working with certain people that had the actual flash drives and whatnot? This is the gentleman that has the flash drives, as well as the pictures and the original tell all book of Kim Porter. He's pretty much let us know now that the private investigator is actually Chris Todd. He's not the private investigator. Chris Todd is the private investigator. They pretty much switch each other's roles. If you get what I'm saying right here, which is pretty smart in a sense as well. Pretty damn smart. It's pretty damn smart. So this pretty much is letting us know, okay, like I said, for y'all that just tuning in, this is more confirmation, in my opinion, that the book was way more real than a lot of people would like it to be.
Because they got to come out and say, these kids got to open their mouth and say, when I was such age, he did this to me. So, but the guns alone, they give him 15 years. So in 15 years, anything could happen. Is he going to take care of the twins? And
considering, right? Considering Raps Jr., that we saw a video last night of, what's just the other night, of Diddy and Cameron advertising their pink enhancer, their pink horsepower dick enhancer. You know who was helping them open the bottle for that? Justin. Justin has been around way more of his dad's shit than he need to be. I would bet $1,000 on it myself. Damn it, Justin definitely know what the hell is in that baby oil. If anybody knows the ins and outs of different things going on in that crib, and the motherfucking corporation, not the corporation, the entity itself with Diddy, it is Justin. It is goddamn Justin, because that's who got the publishing. Mace let y'all know. Your mama got the receipts. We look up the mama. We see Janice Cone Publishing. We look up that. We find all sorts of different shit. And I mean all sorts of different shit. Shit she ain't had no business owning.
King, no, he not. He ran from his first son.
So Albie Shore threatens a lawsuit. His lawyers are saying they're going to sue. Amazon took the book down initially because of the photograph. They said that it was a copyright violation.
Right.
Then Todd put the book back up without the cover. He put another generic cover on there. Then it was only up for another week, and then Amazon took it back down. Now, I'm assuming they took it back down because they received the cease and desist, or they received the fact that the book was part of a lawsuit and that they were going to name Amazon in the lawsuit.
Well,
but you're saying, we spoke earlier and you said that you don't think that there's going to be a lawsuit.
No, it's not a lawsuit because at the end of the day, it's a lawsuit on him. He sat there and said that their king and the twins' father killed their mother. You understand? That's the same way the book say he was acting with Puffy. He doing the same thing. It's more that he want to sell his book. It's more that he got his name caught up in there. But the facts is he wasn't a father to his son. That's everybody proof. Without even reading the book. His son's living in the house with Diddy and Kim. That's proof right there. You're not the father that you're supposed to be. You didn't fight for your son. So I think it's more that than anything. I don't think he's hurting from the what the book said. It's more that was facts. It really was said. It's not about the book. It's about what happened. So that's what I think it is.
But the book did get taken
Yeah,
down.
it did get taken down.
Is there any possibility? Have you talked to Todd about getting the book put back up? I mean, from what you had said, it sold a ton. I mean, I know, I know that, that I don't want to say the numbers, but I mean, we're talking about, and you had mentioned that the royalties were in excess of like, 500,000.
Right.
So it's that's a lot of money. Like, is that money going to be dispersed, do you think? I mean, are you trying to get the book put back up? Like,
I, me personally, I'd rather put it up. It's going to go back up regardless, because one, it was given to me to do it, and I like doing the job. You understand?
mhm.
Will Amazon take it back? Maybe if it don't got the picture. Maybe if it don't say nothing about I'll be sure. But that still don't stop the facts that I'll be sure you said that Diddy killed Kim Porter. We talking about that's happened every day. Sex happen every day. But you worrying about sex, but when you tell that these twins and King that their father killed Kim Porter, which worse?
I think that Sean Combs is not going to sue I'll Be Sure because he's got bigger
No,
fish to fry
no,
right now.
no. He's not. So you want to go after other people that you figured he ain't said none of this when Puffy was on the streets.
Right.
He can't say I never said it. You said you heard this interview I did. Puffy was free as a
Mhm.
bird. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't wait till he go to jail to say anything. I said it all of 35 years we've been in the music business together. And I said when he dead is gone. I do want to apologize to the kids, with the young adults and the twins for their mother ending up being on the front cover of it. You know what I'm saying? And only because she's not here to defend herself. But the memoir is real.
If you sleep hot at night, you know how disruptive that can be. Whether you're having trouble falling asleep, you're waking up sweating in the middle of the night, or all of the above, that's where Ghost Bed can help. As the makers of the coolest beds in the world, Ghost Bed is your go-to for cooling mattresses, cooling pillows, and cooling bedding. From their signature Ghost Ice fabric to patented technology that adjusts to your body's temperature, every Ghost Bed mattress is designed with cooling in mind. So whether you want a plusher mattress that cushions your shoulders and hips, or a firm option with exceptional support, your Ghost Bed will keep you cool and comfortable all night long. When you purchase a Ghost Bed mattress, your comfort is guaranteed. You can try out your mattress for 101 nights, risk-free, to make sure it's the right fit for you. Plus, they offer free shipping, and most items are shipped within 24 hours. If you're not sure which Ghost Bed is right for you, check out their mattress quiz. You'll answer a few questions and get a personalized recommendation. Even better, our listeners can get 50% off site-wide for a limited time. Just visit ghostbed.com/Cox and use the code COX at checkout. Again, that's ghostbed.com/Cox with the code COX at the checkout to save a whopping 50% off site-wide.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of, I don't know if you've looked, but there's a bunch of other people that have put up memoir or put up
Right,
books.
right.
They're putting her photo on all those. So I don't know why they took, I mean, I do know why they took it down, took your version down because of the photo, but I think they were just trying to get it taken down, not realizing other people were going to start putting up books. I doubt any of those books are the same as the memoir though.
Right. And that memoir is not the same as the original memoir. The original one has pictures and it don't have a face on it. You understand?
Right.
So this is the official one. The one Todd and Wade had is the official one, is out, but it will be back up, whether I'll be sure like it or not. You understand? And
People are trying to sell them right now for how much?
4,000, some going for 5,000, some going for $50. It's all on eBay. And the funniest thing, Amazon was still selling the same book with the cover. I don't know what's in it after they took it down to season and six.
I guess my question is that you at some point, don't you think that the FBI is going to want to take a look at the flash drives that you have?
I think they already know because it ain't hard to Google what the name is and then link back to who I am for years. You understand? I know it's against the law for child um, on videos. I didn't put it on. You
Right.
understand? Um, I know it's against the law for a lot of things, but have I broken law? No, I haven't broken any law. Did Ty lie to the viewers? No, Ty didn't lie to the viewers. Ty didn't know. Wade didn't know. I didn't know. No one knew this was gonna happen. He sent himself to jail for the things he did. You
Right.
understand? I'm home. Ain't no 1,000 oil bottles in here. Ain't no lubricant. Ain't
Right.
no wild parties in here. You understand? So he did what he did. Who gonna put him in jail?
What I'm wondering is that, like, there obviously there's going to be a prosecution. They've gathered a ton of evidence, but I would think that the FBI would have contacted you to try and look at the flash drives.
Mhm.
Is that, I mean, and you're saying, but nobody's contacted you?
Nobody. Only person contacted me is the ones who say what's going on. That want to see what was done to them. You understand? They want justice. I want justice. Tupac was my man.
Who
You understand?
who was that? Who has contacted you to ask that?
Um, Different people who's in the book. You know,
Okay.
I wouldn't be name dropping. You understand?
Okay.
I gave my word to you that I'd do the show. You understand? A lot of people didn't want me to do the show because they know what type of person I am. I'm not gonna sit up on your show and bite my tongue. You understand?
Do you know if Todd's been contacted by the FBI?
Um, I spoke to Ty earlier today. I think somebody had reached out for him. So whatever he got in the flash or the email, I guess he's surrendering that right now today.
Okay. So, all right. So, I mean, he's turning over evidence. So, if if you're, I mean, I'm assuming a lot of this is you did this because you wanted Kim Porter's, you wanted her wishes to be fulfilled, right? To be granted that Diddy, or that Sean Combs gets arrested, that he's brought to justice. Lots of people want him to be brought to justice. Why not contact the FBI and just turn over the videos? I mean, they've clearly they've got child on them.
But
They've got
where
proof.
I'm from, that's snitching, and I'm not getting in that category of snitching. You understand? Is I'm on here doing an interview, is that called snitching? Is it called dry snitching or third person snitching? No, you know what it's called? It's called Tupac told him that he don't die, he multiply. I'm Tupac today. And
Chat. He just confirmed. He just confirmed for us that he is Jamal T. Millwood. Remember when Chris Todd said that specifically? Cook Counter, what's going on? That he would have a message. This is that message. That book is the message.
he wants some justice for what he did. You know, I'm 54 now. If I was early, will I be out there acting like I'm young? Yes, I will. But I'm 54. I have a life. I have a family to stay behind. So this as far as you get. You understand? Call me what you want to call me. I'm not up here like Gene and Jaguar going to thing dropping all this and that. That's their lifestyle. You understand? We all know why Gene not the bodyguard no more. You understand? If anybody know, we already know why
Why
Jaguar
why
wasn't.
isn't he
Go ahead.
why isn't he the bodyguard?
Because he was getting high. He was getting high with Biggie and them at the studio, and Biggie called on him, and Puffy said he told Puffy that yo, I need another bodyguard because Gina hit high. Puffy walked in the studio, he laid out on the couch like a washed up well on the beach. So he got on. He said, "Yo, but Biggie writing Lil Kim and the music, and that's what pissed Big Puff off the worst. That's the night he got killed. He told him that. He said, "What? Just tell me if you wrote the music for him." All up in Big face. You know, he didn't want. He claimed that he didn't want Big to go across seas. No, he wanted what happened to Big to happen. That's what he wanted to happen. You know what I'm saying? Everything happened just like he wanted to. But I hold Gene accountable for, because Gene sat there and got 30,000 was offered to him to kill him. Why didn't he? He's a cop. Gene is an ex correction officer, ex cop, whatever he is, but he's in law enforcement somewhere. Why did he tell the mother that they was gonna kill B? That's what I hold him accountable for. He sit on TV there smiling. Oh, Puff offered me.
Now, correction. It was not Gene Deal that got offered the 30,000. It was Ron. It was Uncle Ron. Remember Uncle Ron, who I just found out recently last week. Uncle Ron passed away. We looked at Uncle Ron interviews, not his interviews, his little TikToks he's been doing, to where he mentioned he had information on Diddy. Shortly after the Jaguar Wright thing was going on and started to happen, Uncle Ron emerged, where he said the same exact things that Jaguar was saying.
30,000 to kill. You cool saying that? That's cool saying it?
I mean, I guess he's okay with it.
Okay, there you go. They now we know why he fired, and now we know why he ain't a correction officer or police no more. Because he don't live by the rules of the streets or the rule of his job.
Okay, so I have a question. So if the FBI shows, so I don't understand. If the FBI were to show up and want copies or want to take the flash drives, like have you made copies of them?
No, nope.
Are you gonna hand
If they
them
show
over?
up, if I see alphabet jackets coming on my lawn, they can have whatever they want to have. As long as they ain't taking
Right.
me. They can have whatever they want. I got a 100-inch TV. They want that, they can take that right with them. But no.
Because I mean, yeah, I just like I see them definitely look, I don't see Todd not telling them where he got this from.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
don't see Todd saying, I'm a journalist. I'm not gonna tell you who my source is because so far he hasn't.
Right.
He's keeps mentioning two people that are in the entertainment industry, which let's face it, that's
Dazzy, what's going on? Yeah, Kimber Official, what's going on? Yeah, he passed away about a month ago.
accurate.
Right.
That's you and it's Wade.
Right.
Now, of course, Wade just said, "Hey, meet this guy." He didn't. That was it. As far
Right.
as I mean, I know he had a copy of the original, your original, um, the memoir. But so Todd has been, Todd has said that. But I'm pretty sure that if the FBI reaches out to him, he's going to immediately say, "Hey, listen, the guy's name is Courtney Burgess. Here's who he is." So I'm thinking that they're probably going to come. I think the problem is that well, one, you've looked at the videos, not good. I know you're saying, hey, I didn't know that this was on there. The other thing is that to me, I would contact the authorities because you're essentially you're in possession of one, child, two, evidence. And this is evidence in the case. And I know you're saying it's snitching, but this guy is done. He's going down, and you've got you've got discs that prove that he is a predator, and he's having sex with underage, with children. It's child. So that's a definite nail in his coffin. I mean, I'm kind of assuming they probably already have tapes like that.
Right. And they got people,
Think-
the people who did it still alive. They need to march themselves down there and say, because then it's not snitching. It's about they was
Right.
kids. They are
Yeah.
victims. They're not anticipators. You understand? Usher
Yeah.
not gonna be Usher tomorrow. He go down there and say what happened. He gonna be a bigger
That part.
Usher because he
That
gonna
part.
stop what was going on. Like
That
me,
part.
I want to I want him to stop in his tracks if he was something he had to do with Tupac killing. Because it ain't just from Tupac, it's Tupac, it's Gaddafi. You understand? That was his god brother got killed. Then I got shot in East Orange. You understand? 6 times at East Orange on Mon Avenue.
You got shot.
Yes. Yeah. All in my arm and my hand.
Mm.
So it's bigger than that. It ain't
How did that happen?
behind that.
Behind what?
Behind the Tupac and the Biggie situation.
Okay.
You understand? Because I was up in the label. Next to Lil Kim, next to Biggie, Mark Pitts, and all of them coming to the label. And then they didn't know that I was, affiliated with Tupac until we did the song, Unusual Suspects, with Mike Geronimo, with DMX. And all.
But are you saying that? So I kind of missed that first part, which was that they paid you to do the Hail Mary.
Yes.
Um, okay. Did they pay you for the song or paid you to produce it?
They paid me for it wasn't a song at first, it was just the track. And then they had an engineer, some guy that hit them hard with them or whatever. A lot of people from Death Row was there. You understand? I just knew Pop and Suge from I only know Suge from seeing them. You understand? Everybody knows who Suge is, sitting down with him, no, never ate with him, no. Has I seen Pop? Yes. Symphony Hall, talked to him on the phone, smoked with him, did everything else with him. But it was a hired for money, helped me out.
Right.
You understand? I needed the cash. I was had a bum deal. Money wasn't flowing like it used to. My name was bigger than my money. You understand? So he put me in a good predicament. 18, 17, you see 250K in your hand. What you gonna do?
Okay, that's right. That's what I thought. You had said 250. Um, yeah, I don't. So my probably my last question here is what's going on with Todd? Like, I mean, what's the issue with Todd? I mean, have you guys? What's he saying? Like, I mean, why haven't they released the funds?
Oh, the funds gonna be
Because
released because royalties being hold. They hold royalties for a certain amount of time.
yeah,
That
like 30 to 60 days,
90 to 60 days, 60 to 90 days.
90 to 60.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's no big thing. He's not suing. You understand? We took the book down. First it was because of Kim's face. Then he went it down because he was in it. But in reality, he know it's true. He don't want to tell everybody. He said somebody stole it. He thought it was behind Puffy. He think Puffy did it to mess with him. You understand? I don't know what he ever did with Puffy. I don't know what Puffy ever did with them, but I know it's on them more. You understand? So if I was there, I'm just as guilty as them. I'm not like again. Gene sat there and said he wished watch him and Ja Rule do the butt plugs and all that. You the same as them. I don't see Puffy let you see that much, and you're not anticipating too. You understand? Nobody gonna bring you in the room and watch them bang another man and don't make you get on it too. Like when all the females admitted that Puffy let his friends gang bang, but he not admitting that he helped gang bang a dude. So I'm not um taking. I'll be sure. I don't. Whatever he did, he got to pay for his lifetime. But yes, the book will be back up. You understand? It's investors trying to get the book to do movies. You understand? So
yeah. So you're trying to. I mean, so you guys are trying to sell the book for the film rights?
if the book, honestly, if the book go for film rights, I'll make sure half the money do go to King and the two girls, the twins. I could be that fair.
Okay.
I would definitely make sure that happens because they don't. This is it. All they got is their self and their grandmother. I don't know what Puffy got put away for them, but that's how I play.
Um, so have you one more question is that Jaguar was talking about how there are people out there trying to sell the the discs or sell the videos, the flash drives. I mean, has Todd tried to sell the flash drive? I mean, I know I saw an interview where he said he would flat sell them.
Well,
I'm wondering if
I
he's
saw it.
tried.
I saw it too, but I don't know what he would sell.
Okay, so real quick, because I too wanted to know who this Swappy, what's going on? I too wanted to know what was going on with this guy, right? I too wanted to know what was going on with this gentleman. So let's just look real quick. So I did some Googles. Okay. Shout out to PBM crew in the building as well. Shout out to PBM crew in the building. I did some research here on Courtney Burgess, right? So here's the Twitter. First of all, this is the Google search. It's the Google search of him. This is him right here. Hold on. I'm bringing it up on the bigs for y'all. Bring it up on the bigs. It's a picture of the gentleman here. course, when you look up his images, there he is. This is pretty much him here. Now, I wonder if he also runs that that off the porch thing that's going on too. But he also has a record label called. So he was also in the Herald. But he wrote the he was also he also owns this Alter Ego here, Alter the Ego clothing and label. Apparently he was behind or helped Matulu Shakur write this book here. Says here down here, Tupac's father, Matulu Shakur, files lawsuit against the United States government. So far, this guy is, seems to be who he says he is. Look, he's showing the picture here of the Rock Nation brunch. But these little things he was pointing out, right? Like this picture right here, we found out, I believe, this young lady also was with Diddy, not just Pac. Actually, I believe this this is one of the girls that they said was pretty much underage as well. Now, there's his website here. There's a WordPress website. This would be the famous Tupac song that he was part of, Hail Mary. He has that on the site. Divine America welcomed music producer legend Courtney Burgess to Denver, Colorado on April 10, 2015. Now, yes, he's moving here now. What's this say? Denver. Okay, so this is a Denver WordPress. Okay, that's what this is. This is a Denver WordPress. So he's pretty much been moving around very low key. Okay, so wait, who was Courtney Burgess anyway? If you're like many of us, glazed over Americans, you may not know that Mr. Burgess is a music producer, hitmaker, working with the likes of Tupac Shakur and his associate crew, the Outlaws, are a substantial amount of this man's career. That's not just reliant on the other artists and their music together. This brother is a friend of Tupac and the family of friends they worked with. Historically, the track Hail Mary from Don Illuminati, The 7-Day Theory, Courtney B wasn't concerned about anything else but speaking with up-and-coming shining students in Denver that week. He was flown out. This is him here speaking. So, I mean, the guy's legit. The guy's legit. I mean, from judging from the label he owns, Alter the Ego, he still does produce. He still does music. He may not do it on a mainstream level, of course, we know why, but it looks like he still does music. Now, let's see here. What else we got? Oh, this is the Into the Gutter, Tupac Found Alive book by him. So, well, I wouldn't even say underground. I wouldn't even say he's underground. He just does it mainly as a put it like this. If he's from if he's from that era, number one, he's not hurting for money. He's not hurting for money. If he did any of the back catalog for the Outlaws or Tupac, he's definitely not hurting for money. That is a creepy silhouette of like a person looking down at him. That is crazy right there. You see that in the curtains? It looks like someone looking down on him in the curtains almost. But yeah, I don't think he's necessarily hurting for any money right now. He can't be hurting for any type of money whatsoever. And if he's, even with him saying like, yo, got a nice big screen TV, if I'm saying the feds come and get these tapes, they can have them. I don't really care. Like I said, it doesn't sound like he's money hungry for it to even do interviews like that. because I haven't seen him besides this particular one here to where he's even talking to anybody. Like I said, I think the guy's legit. I think the guy's legit, and this pretty much backs up a lot of what Chris Todd was also saying to us. This backs up every almost 100% of what Chris Todd was telling us about. You know, the feds are pretty much working with the person that already has the flash drives. I should say, not working with the feds already know of the person that has the flash drives. They already know that they exist. They already know that they're out there. They know who has possession of them already. And if they want to come get them, they will. He's saying the same thing Chris is saying.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Jaguar talking a whole lot of SHIT. You understand? Because if anybody had him, they'd have been showed it.
Right.
You understand? This bigger than the presidential right now. Diddy. You understand? You either got two things to watch: the presidential or Diddy. So the money is out there for it if they had it. I'm not trying to sell it. You understand? I want to keep it so do a movie if anybody pop out. If I have them that long, since you said FBI looking for them, if I have them that long, yes, I will put it in a movie and put it out. So that'll be my proof. But whereas me selling, no, I ain't hard up for the sell. I just like good business. So that's what it be, good business. I'm not gonna sell it to um Mary J or sell it to Usher or sell it to Jay Z. I'm not gonna confront them like that. I'm not gonna, regardless if you stopping by. I'm not going. I call it extortion because I don't want.
Yeah.
I ain't never been extorted for my lunch, and I ain't never been extorted for my shoes or glasses. I ain't gonna start doing it. Pick up that bad habit. So I don't know.
So what's the issue? What's going on with you and Todd right now?
Todd thing he like to have everything in his hands, and it can't be
Right.
like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's this umbrella is not just Ty holding an umbrella. I'm here to help him realize that people believe that he did get it from somebody. You understand? I'm not here to destroy credibility of his name. I'm more here to help him. But he can't tell me he know this, he know that. I've been in the music business for 35 years. I don't know how long he been in his professional, but I seen it, the music business. I tasted, I lived it, I made it. You understand? He got the
Right.
book out of Wade hand. Wade got it from a mutual friend. I got it from somebody, and a mutual friend gave it to Wade, and it worked. How many books sold in 15 days? 1.5 million.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Probably it's a lot of
That's a lot
books.
of books. I'm glad people reading today. I'm glad they reading today. But who else made that much money? Records don't even sell that much no more.
So pretty much, Todd wants to see the rest of the footage. It sounds like Todd has only seen bits and pieces of things and only what he's pretty much wanted to show him, but he won't give him the actual footage to sell. That's the first thing. The second thing is he's saying that Todd has made all the money off of the book and he hasn't made anything. But the information came from him. Interesting. So there is money in play here.
The label's mad. They wish they had his music in it. Average artist selling what 300,000 records today.
You're probably looking at over 25,000 books have been sold, maybe more.
Okay.
At a minimum, maybe probably closer to 30,000 books.
Mm-hmm.
If it's over a million, if it's over a million gross. If you're saying it's 1.5, well then add another 15,000 to that. So it might be 45,000 books. That's a ton of books. You had said, we spoke before, and you had said that you grew up with Sean Combs, or you grew up in that same area as him. And if you knew him when you were
Area, we grew up in a generation of his father and my godfather, Frank Lucas.
Okay. How can you explain that?
I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. the Bellisburg area, the downtown area, all over North, no special place. I had a lot of
Now that's an interesting connection right there, considering who Diddy's father is.
people older than me. I like to hang around older people. You understand?
If we're thinking about Frank Lucas, that is.
Some of the bigger players out there. From Bark Prey, he just been released. Glad for him to be home for 37 years. Been in prison in federal jail, Kingpin from Newark, New Jersey. Frank Lucas, a couple of Italians, um, the Glitchios. Puffy, he always, it's a generation thing between men, not just music. His father was in a little, he had his own little thing. I'm not going to say he was affiliated with Frank Lucas, but he was a snitch. His father was a snitch, and Frank Lucas didn't trust him. And as Puffy grew up into the music business, I came in '94 under the Artifacts, Big Beat Records with Craig Kelman. So as we grew up, I dropped album, he'd drop it. He was, you know, he was bouncing back and forth. He was his weight in New York. You understand? Before then, me and Tupac, we grew up, let's say around '94. Queen Latifah, we was at a show in Newark Symphony Hall. He was backstage and Jay-Z. That's when I first met Jay-Z back in '94 at Symphony Hall backstage. Cool.
How old were you then?
I could have been about 18.
Okay.
18. Before
And were you already producing records, or you were
I was
trying to
already
enter the
I was already in the music business. I came up with Wyclef. He was my classmate from the Fugees. Hung around Redman, the Outsiders, Queen Latifah, Apache, may he rest in peace, Mark. It was a big crowd. Newark had a big, big outcome. So at the same time, we only was two good managers from Newark, me and Shakim Shabbat. Shakim was Queen Latifah manager. I was the Artifacts manager. I came up, I got a phone call from Pac. He said, "Yo, man, I'm sitting Fatal home. He crashed my Land Cruiser. He came into the club with a gun. Get him a record deal." So I was already on Atlantic with Lil Kim.
Wait, I don't understand. What happened?
Tupac,
You have to understand that this whole world is foreign to me.
okay, Tupac, he's from the Outlaws. And he gave me a call. He said, I'm sending Hussein Fatal home. He's coming home back to Montclair, New Jersey. So I went up there. I met with a producer named Buff to reach Fatal. So I say, look, Pac, talk to me. I need to get you a deal. Give me like 17 days. I got him a record deal in like 14 days.
Hold up. I found his LinkedIn. That's a picture of him right there. That's him on the left. Same guy. This is him right here to the left. I don't know who Gusto is, but this is him. Queen Burgess, born in Newark, New Jersey. Originally played baseball too. All right. So we have some confirmation. Again, we have more confirmation.
For the Wanda Booth at Relativity Records and Steve Styles. So I got him the deal. I couldn't take him to Atlantic because, of course, Lil Kim was over there, Junior Mafia, Biggie, all of them was over there. So at the same time, we did DMX just got to Def Jam with Suzanne, and Rosa was there. Kamoya was over there. So they, said, "Yo, DMX, we about to drop him." So I took DMX. We put him on a song with Mike Geronimo called "Unusual Suspects." So Puffy heard it. The next day we heard the song on the radio, and Puffy took Fatal off it because he was affiliated with the Outlaws of Tupac. So it was a big thing behind that. You understand? A lot of people was kind of scared of dating Puffy back then. I wasn't. So I confronted him about the song, why he take him off. You understand? He wanted to put the locks on. So I said, okay. It wasn't no beef. I'm in two labels in New York now. I run from Relativity, run to
Bird Gang, funny you even mentioning that right now with Pizzagate. And yeah, it is kind of ironic how that's there too, right? That picture. We're actually going to get into one of the phone calls later on with Diddy.
Atlantic Records by myself. So, it wasn't no scared thing because, I was born by myself. It was more that looking through your red through mirror and watching you looking over your shoulders, that type of thing. So, the Artifacts did something. Artifacts did good.
Let me also say that too, who that slugger. I've been wanting to go down the Biggie and Pac rabbit hole, but as you just said, why I haven't. It's really the reason why I even started doing things like this. The reason why I even did research was because of Biggie and Pac's murder. That rabbit hole literally is never fucking ending. When you really get down to it, the crazy thing is, right? Skull from the go. What's going on? The crazy thing about that rabbit hole, right, is when you get into it, you still end up leading to the government and all the bullshit that's going on in the government. That's the biggest part of the rabbit hole, is the fact that when you go down the rabbit hole of the Biggie and Pac murder, you literally run into the government. Because Pac was a government hit. Literally was a government hit because he was a Black Panther.
They went gold on a high school high project. That's the movie soundtrack with Wu-Tang and all of them, Eric Badu and all of them. Same time, I ran into Pac in Baltimore, and he was living in Baltimore on the corner house. I forgot the name of the street, really, the name of the street. But he's going through things, going to school there. Then he got arrested in New York. I'm skipping time. But at the same time, I still was affiliated with people in New York. You understand? They were still kind of scared of Puff. And I was kind of more nervous, overwhelmed, because here I go. I'm affiliated with the Outlaws. Um, I got to come over here every day regardless. Been in the tunnel, been in different clubs in New York. Have to still watch my back. Shooting kicked off New York with him and Sham and J-Lo. So, it's Puffy. That's him. You understand? The things he do, that's him.
I watched one of your interviews or I read something online, and it said that you had helped produce one of Tupac's songs, one of the famous ones, like
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Yeah. I had seen him in New York, and he asked what was going on. I said, yo, I'm over here on this label. I wasn't happy where I was at. So what you got? I love to hear it. The Suge was there. He paid me more what I had got for what I got on the record deal for. So he said, his engineer producer was there, Hit 'Em Hard was there too. So was no credits really performed. Hit 'Em Hard. He was the engineer and producer doing it. He took over the track. So I left. I got almost $250,000 in my pocket. I'm not gonna sit there cash. I'm not gonna sit there and wait for, somebody to take it off me. So I was out. I let them handle that part. But we still stayed in contact through phone. That's how I ended up signing Fatal through him, talking to him, talking to his father. His father was doing life in prison.
And that's how he got with Matul Shakur. So as you can see, it's a little bit more left in that interview. But I mean, if y'all want to check the rest of it out, definitely check out Matthew Cox's page. We do got a lot of other things to get into as far as Diddy goes.